Good morning. Sorry, we're just a couple minutes into this, or behind this, I should say. And I have Helen Zeng joining us this morning from MissU. Super excited. She is such a delight to talk to. I can't wait to share you all with her. So as soon as we get going here. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so it's morning here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, which you guys know me. I'm usually waking up about this time, and so hi Jessica. Here, Helen's coming. 2 o'clock in the morning. My goodness. Hi,
Hello,
Sheena. Good morning, Helen.
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
Good, good. Oh my gosh, I just did a pre-live with you, and so I got really excited, and now I'm even more excited.
I've got a lot of people in the room. Hello,
I love
Jessica.
it. What time is it there?
I said I'm nervous, so they come to help me.
Aw.
Give me support.
Well, I'm nervous.
You're
Will
doing
they
well,
come
love.
to
You're
see
doing all
me?
right. We can't help you, but you're doing well.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you for taking, well, let's say it might be an hour. It might, you never know how long this is going to take, but thank you for taking your time and all your support team to take their time to come and be able to do this.
Oh, thanks for inviting us, though.
Oh, wonderful. We already have people on. Rafaela,
Yeah. In
um,
Japan.
it's
My God.
1:13 in the morning in Japan. And in
Oh, my God.
Australia, we have somebody on. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're making people stay up late.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm flattered because, you know, they all know how much I love about Japanese nail art. So I really want to go to
Yeah,
Japan, but I haven't got a chance yet. Hint, hint.
I bet it's coming. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Rianne and Chantel. Everybody, thank you for joining Tech Talk Live today. Of course, we have Helen Zing with MissU, and completely excited. I know Danny, I had put out there that I kind of needed an idea of other top people in the industry to bring into Tech Talk as well as our members. And you were on Danny's top list. And
Oh,
so I love that we get to do this treat for Danny as well.
I've seen a lot of names I can recognize as well, I think. I'm very terrible remembering names, but I can remember the pictures and a lot of people
Yes.
joining. Wow.
Oh, that's
Hello.
wonderful.
Oh, as we discussed before, if everybody stay till the end, we're going to give everybody voucher. So
We are, so we did get, so Danny did approve that we can do that. Do you want to talk about what we want to do?
right, so recently me and the Gem have been doing this competition giveaway thing. So basically people comment, say for example today they're going to comment miss, and we're going to comment you, and the person above our comment is going to win the £20 voucher for shopping on MissU website. So we might give out like a one voucher or three vouchers, depends on how many people staying and end. Yep.
Yes. Guys, this is our first giveaway. This is the first time we've done a giveaway on Tech Talk. So I'm super, super excited to be able to do that with you.
Yeah, we're recently doing a lot of giveaway because it's Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes, Jessica, it's open internationally.
It is. We do worldwide shipping, so yeah, it is international.
Yes, that's wonderful. Well, let's just go ahead and get started. I have quite a few questions to ask you. And then likewise, all you members that are watching, Helen is ours for an hour. Let's pick her brain and let's figure out everything that we can do so that we can be like her. So I want to introduce you, but I don't even know how to give you a proper introduction because your introduction is pretty amazing. So you have a global product, so it's available everywhere. and it's called MissU, and it's the title is MissU Beauty Network. And so if
Yes.
you're looking for her online, but if just type in MissU and you'll find everything about
Yeah.
Helen. And then you do online classes and master classes. You do hands-on courses. Plus you have your own product line. Plus you have like the biggest, greatest team behind you. I don't even know where to begin to introduce you because you've just really taken off and your products are doing great. So let's talk a little bit about how you even got started in the industry. Why did you even become a nail tech?
Right. It's a lot of people ask me, how did you get to nail industry? Why do you want to stop like doing nails? The first time I had my nails done was when I was in uni, and it was my birthday. So I thought, okay, I'm having my birthday nails done. So I went into a shopping center. It's like a market. They have loads of nail shop there. And the price was, oh my God, was it? Is that how much it costs for nails? I thought, sorry, but I thought it's going to cost me about, say, £10, £20, because I was a student, a really poor student. I did like 2 part-time job to, pay for the accommodation, and my family supports me, but I still need to make my own pocket money. So it was £35, just glitter tip nails. That was at least 10 years ago. So £35 for me, that's a lot of money. And I just came from China that time. Everything I have to times 10. So for me, it's like nearly 400 RMB for a set of nails. So so I start talking to this nail technician. I said, how many nails you doing every day? And she's like, it's busy because it's the market. And so I said, is there good money? She said, it is very good money. So I said, okay, anything with good money. I want to do it. So at that time, I was working in a restaurant. So there's another girl, and she told me she wanted to do eyelash course. So she said, oh, Helen, do you want to do this beauty course with me? Like loads of her friends have an eyelash done. So I said, well, actually, I want to do a nail course. So if you do eyelash, I do nails. We can have a team to just offer people, like people walking to the restaurant as well. That's how I started. Did just like a private course, and qualified. And then you know what happens. It's not like that. You can straight away get customer no. So and then I started working on how to get to clients. But that's another story. So that's basically how I started doing nails. I thought it's a good money, but it's always a good thing to start.
So true. And isn't it interesting that in our industry, in any beauty industry, what it was 10, 20 years ago, the prices were higher.
Yeah.
And throughout the years, nail prices have dropped. So therefore, people that have been in the industry a long time, we've realized that we're actually making less and less and less, which is why it's so important to know your product cost and know, that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know of anything else in the beauty industry that's gone down in cost for the services over the years. It's usually, everything else tends to go up. And so, and so it's been interesting. The last few years, really, my eyes were kind of open to that. And I thought, wow, but yet we offer more and better quality products than ever before. But I think also we've been able to cut down on some of the costs of the products, but not on the time because it's taking us longer in time. And so people that are saying, well, 10 years ago, I used to get it for $18. Well, if you can get it for $18, you go get them done.
I think average price is that $35, $40 a set of nails? Yeah, I think that's the right price. Because a lot of UK nail technicians just undercut each other, which, I mean, it's fair enough. You just start it and you want to get your portfolio done, practicing, just to cover the cost. But for long term, if you just charge that, you can't say it's purely because you love doing nails, but how long that will last, because you still need to buy food and pay your mortgage. And so if we just undercut each other, there won't be a future.
Yes.
And of course, the customer will stick with the one having the standard price as well. Because for me, I don't. So for example, if I'm going to have my hair color. And if someone told me, okay, I'm only charging $5 for a color, I said, oh, what color you put it on me? I don't want my hair all fall out tomorrow. So it is like the price sometimes standard for your quality as well. So maybe not overcharging a lot, but definitely not undercut each other. That's
It almost seems like as a group, all of us need to say, instead of undercutting each other, why don't we rise above? And instead of always offering discounts, I always stress, do not discount your products. Offer something more and something that's unique. And so actually, you have the time, use the time, but you don't have to use your products that are super spendy. So you could sit there and offer a foot soak for free, giving them something more and introducing them to something else in your industry and never have to discount it, but you gave them more for the same price. And so maybe as a whole industry, we should all pull together and say, you know what, this is what we're worth.
yeah. Actually, one for people who come into the training course, and we actually advise them, say, from beginning, obviously you're not very confident to do a set of nails, and then once the set of nails done, might maybe take you 3 or 4 hours time, and then they may just come off next week, and then but the customer expects to stay on for 3 weeks and coming back for the infill. So there's one suggestion or advice I always give our students is, if you offer them the new set and just say this price is included the first week checkup or changing the color, because by a week time you can see if there's lifting, and you get the customer back, because the customers already think it's free, I'm already paid, might as well coming back. By you look into the mistake you made, and then you'll know more, like you see what's happening in a week time, and they'll give you opportunity to fix the problem. So like you said, offer them more than cutting the price down. So I'm thinking if in the future the government will give a guideline, say, because we have the price for the oil, because nobody can charge like very, very cheap. If the government can give us the guideline for the nail price, that'd be amazing.
Yes, yes. I know in the United States, they actually are trying to regulate the hours and trying to get one regulation for all of us across the states. And Montana is actually one of them that just did that. I thought it was Wyoming that met Montana's hours, but it was opposite. So Wyoming was at 400 hours to become a nail tech, and Montana was 350. And they just raised to 400 hours so that we would be the same, so that we could go to get education in one state and be licensed in the other as well. And so it's starting to happen, but it's taken so many years to be able to do this. And now if we can make it universal internationally, oh my goodness, the difference in what us techs would know would be amazing, you know?
Yeah,
So
it's hard because I mean, our industry is not like something people have to have daily to have it. It's like more like a life attitude. People like to have nails done, and all the price. There's a very good saying like about competition as well. Nobody can decide the price, even the service or the products. It's your competitor design the price for you. So if, say for example, nobody else sells gel polish, I can say, okay, you can buy my gel polish £100 a bottle, but I can't do that because my other company selling the gel polish is around that price. So we have to have like a similar price to match the market. So same thing with nail service. If we just charge, like a similar price and educate the customer, and then they'll know that's supposed to be that price, and they will make the new nail technician's life easier, I think, because loads of people just struggle. How much price should I set up? And then if there is a guideline, maybe you put 10% up, 20% up, but that'll be good for helping everyone. But I think that's a good idea to have the network group and everything, because people start talking so they know your competitor. Basically, you put all the competitors together in a group, but it's a good thing because you know that's the normal price you should charge. So I think
yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
And I stress so much, do not put your prices at what your neighbor's prices are.
Oh,
because you don't know what their overhead is. You don't know what products they're using, that you don't know apples for apples what you're offering. And if you just compare with their prices, you might not be making any money. And unless you do like a cost class or something like that where you know exactly what you're doing,
yeah.
you realize that you're making like $2 an hour and minimum wage is higher than
That's
that.
that's lower than minimum
Yeah.
wage. Yeah. And plus in UK, it's not like you have to tip. So, because in American you do tips, yeah. So, do they tip a lot for the nail technician as well? Is this just for a restaurant or like for a tip? Oh, I lost the connection.
Sorry, my phone is. Ah, I'm here. I'm here.
Sorry,
So
I just
can
lost
you
for a
repeat that?
second. Sorry. So, for example, like in American, you tip everything. Like you go in a restaurant, you tip. But is that like a similar thing for the
Tip.
beauty industry? You get tip as yeah, but in UK, it's still not like people don't think that you have to tip. So it's sometimes if you really like the nail texture, you will tip. So that make our minimum like average wage going lower. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the products
Um,
cost.
in the nail industry, yeah. In the nail industry where I'm at, we can charge whatever we want. And because we're in a service industry, they feel that they should tip us. I actually tell my clients that they don't have to. My prices are set to where I know what I'm making, and I prefer a hug. And so then they don't have that pressure. I do find that majority of my clients leave me a $5 to $10 tip, which
Really?
blows my mind. No joke. And so with that being said, it does help raise that income for me, but I cannot depend on that because that's not it. And I always thank them and I always give hugs. And then they bring me, I love coffee. So I live 30 miles away from a coffee shop. So my clients that travel over that have that, they'll stop and bring me a latte and bring me a tip. And I'm just like, oh my, I would have done this in trade just for the coffee.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. That's when you're having like a really nice. I don't know, like when you're having the regulars for like a years long, and then they'll treat you as a friends and family more like just okay, you're my nail technician. So I like that group of the customer. Actually, I keep all my regulars because they're
Yeah.
very nice and yeah.
And you pinpointed on something. Like if we go to a restaurant and they tip, if we had the exact same service at every restaurant and it was good quality service at every restaurant, we would see that as the norm. So then they would have to rise up above that again. So really what it comes down to is the personality
Yeah.
in you and that relationship that you gain with them because they can maybe get that nail service anywhere, okay?
Yeah.
But they can't get you. And so the tipping I really find is it's not, I want to say it's not about the nails so much. It's almost like I listened to them, and so therefore they're giving me extra for listening.
Therapist. Oh, thank you.
Speaking of that, we have a lot of questions and I want to get to them. But
Okay.
speaking of therapists, I want to kind of touch base back on you again. You actually told me that you kind of set out to begin with to become like a psychologist. And then that led you into a different degree. But I thought it was so interesting on even the culture of why you had to go get a degree and do that. Would you mind sharing that with
Yeah,
everybody?
fine. So like I'm like origin from China. So in China, people very, very there's a large population. So if you don't have high qualification, you can't find a job. So basically, everyone going to uni, at least like a master. So my family want me to come to UK and have a better education. So I thought, okay, I want to choose psychology. Because it's gonna be I can find a good job in the future. I know when I started doing it, that was 13 years ago, and I couldn't speak English like this. I'm like, don't understand. So even now, my English is not perfect, but I can understand like most. About that time, when I started doing the class, and okay, look, all the words is that long, and I have to remember it in English. So I kind of, okay, this is not what I want. So I finished that. And people have been telling me if you want to become psychologist, you have to do another master, and then you do PhD. I said, oh my God, that's another 5 years or 6 years. I said, I can't do that. So, so I thought, okay, if I have to do master, because you have to do master if you're Chinese. I don't know why. So I said, okay, I'll choose something I'm really interested in, business, something business related. And one of my other friends, she did marketing for her degree, and she's going to do marketing for master, and we're living together like housemates. So I said, okay, I'll do the same course as you. So that's how I do the marketing. It's very random.
I love it, but isn't it interesting that because you also shared with me that your first job was working at like a little ice cream stand. And so to link in your very first job, what that, from your culture, you were forced to, kind of go in and get a master class. But all of that helped set you up for where you are today with your career. And so many times that's how it is it's through trial and error. And you, like you said, the words were this long and you were just like overwhelmed. And it's funny because half of the products that we use and the ingredients and stuff, the words are that long. And aren't we not like a little bit of psychologist in a way as a tech? And so all of that came full circle for you, that's for sure.
I know I'm still like struggling with English, like I can't write it because the spelling is just terrible. So, luckily we have phone autocorrect these days. So, and Google Translate. It's funny because we always, every day, we'll get a message from different countries, but they assume we can read any language. So we got message like in French, Italian, I even got the Japanese one. I actually talked to this Japanese girl. She's a really good nail artist, but she didn't speak any English at all. So I have a friend, and then his girlfriend is Japanese, and they live in Japan. But the time difference, so I have to write something in English. What I want to tell this Japanese girl and the nail artist, and send to this English friend. He'll give to her his Japanese girlfriend, translates for me, and send back in Japanese and copy paste. And I've got no idea what they are, and I just sent to this nail artist in Japan, like about probably a week, just for a little bit of conversation about try the products, which products you want. It's hard. And then I said, okay, I want to know Japanese, and it's not happening. Still not happened, but maybe one day I'll try to know different language. But if people sending us in French, we got Gary's son. He helps us because he started French in school, so which is really good. But rest of the time, just Google Translate.
Yes, I use it a lot because I'm the same way. I get a lot of people who will private message me and, they want advice and they've been able to do the translation to understand it. And I'm like, I don't even know what this means. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that we can translate like that and be able to communicate, and how fun. I love it. Like, I just think it's exciting. And so, okay, so we need to answer quite a few questions.
Okay, sorry.
And then I have a whole bunch more questions for you as well. And so we have a lot of hellos and good mornings and good evenings. And so hi, everybody, and thank you for joining. Mickey says she loves your giveaways. And so all of you that didn't see this in the beginning, Helen is giving our very first giveaway on Tech Talk. And so at the end of this, you guys are going to type Miss, and then she's going to hit you. And then the comment just above the U is the winner of is it $20 voucher to MissU?
Yeah, we're going to give out 1 voucher or 3 vouchers, depends on how many people watching.
That's so exciting. So thank you for that. And we'll be touching base on that again. Danny is joining us. She says hello.
Hello.
Danny says, I recently learned with a MissU beauty tutor. It's amazing course and amazing products. Yes. Jessica wants to know, how long does it take for you to do a set of nails?
And depends the average set, if it's like just a regular painting the gel polish. I always book myself an hour and a half, so I got time to tidy up the table for the next one. But if I know this customer, she wants like a bit more nail art and everything, I'll put like 2 hours. But again, depends if, because I still have 1 or 2 customer purely just I want to do more nail art on it, so maybe I book myself a little bit longer. I want to put as much nail art as I can, and I know she won't mind. But most of the customer, they still need to, like, carry on their life and going back to work or something. So an hour and a half for the basic set, I always book myself in that time.
That is word for word exactly what I do. I do an hour and a half, and for those clients that do a lot extra, I book out 2 hours, but not because it takes that full amount of time. It allows me to have a break in between each one as well, clean up my station, and be ready for my next client as well. Danny agrees. She hates when techs undercut each other, and we need to know our worth. And oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Mickey says that's let's see, because I'm going from a wild conversation, but she says that's because there are so many courses from 1 day to a year. People just do it for a laugh, then they undercut the other techs. So it makes me quite angry and sad. And it is, yeah.
God, can I just mention something? Because we recently just had something really, really funny. So recently we met a few, students, did a course in college and everything. People spent, I don't know how long in America, but in UK, the college is 3 years college for doing the nails. But the result is shocking. I'm sorry, but it's not just my own opinion. Cause some people assume, why can you do like a 2 or 3 days course in the 1 week course? And why can I not know it from college? Because we design a course and we're actually working in the salon every day. We're using the products, we do the nails on the customer. And what we teach you is a salon style, how you make money, like you just copy it. And so the difference is when you're doing the college, it's more like based on the paperwork, theory, because they don't really practice on what do you say? The teacher who's in the college, sorry if I offend anyone, but it just probably in my area, they'll teach a lot of other courses as well. So they don't just teach nails, they might teach hair extension, color, or teach like a beauty. So they're not, what's the word for it? Specialized on nails. That's what I did before. Yeah. So there is a difference with the short course and the college course. I recommend people go for the private course, because the teacher who's teaching private course, they do nails every day, so they know what's good for you to start with as well. And another shocking story I heard: not all the private course is good. Listen, so there's a course pop up my Facebook page. They charge £50 per student for 3 days. I can't remember, 1 day or 3 day acrylic course, and you can get the certificate straight away. Firstly, I don't know if it's my course. That £50 can't even cover my products kitchen, and plus you're renting the hotel and everything. So are you putting your money out as a charity, and you put it out from your pocket to teach people doing nails? I don't know, maybe they're doing offer, but I just don't think financially that company will last. And another shocking story is someone teaching the nails not under practice on each other their hand, not even on the practice hand. They're putting the baking flour inside of the gloves. I didn't understand the beginning, so they're putting the baking flour inside of the plastic gloves, and they pretend it's a nail for students to know how to do acrylic nails, and then they can just peel it off, do another one. So the qualified with certificate, not even touch the real nail. So sometimes it's like you've got to be careful who you choose to learn how to do the nails. Our course, it is 2 days, but you have to finish 25 sets of portfolio as well. So you learn the basic, you go home practice. and all our educators will offer like after what support. Yeah, if you have any question, because you can easily find us on Facebook. You can directly message me or just message our company or talk to our educator. So it's very easy to find us. We're not like some company just, okay, you have to ring this number and then nobody will answer the phone. So if you choose a private course, and you still have to be careful like who you know with, and then if the product is good, if the support is good. Support is very, very important, because you can not literally learn everything. Even us nowadays, we're still learning every day. I'm still watching different videos and the lives and the YouTube, still different new products coming out, so we're still learning every day. But it's the support your educator give you that's very, very important. So if you're looking for the course,
Yes.
that's make my advice.
Yes. And and sometimes in our area we don't have a choice of a variety of schooling. Like in our area, there's like three in our entire state. I think I'm fibbing. I think there's five schools in our entire state. And you have to travel quite a ways to go. So you just pick the closest one. And sometimes you never, like what you said, you might do a full set on somebody that comes into the school, but they never come back. So you've never done a fill, you've never done a repair, you've never tried any other product than what the school supplies. And so it takes companies like yours. And, I'm an independent consultant as well. And so I help teach the advanced part. So once you have your license, get into continuing education, get into groups like this one where we can help each other and stuff, because it's a bigger world than what you learned in school. And sometimes, as we will learned in this group, sometimes what you learn in school is inaccurate. And that educator, it maybe needs to go back to school as well. And so
Yeah.
that can be very frustrating when you've spent this money and this time, and that's the only place you could go to in your area, and you realize that you have to have a clean slate and start all over again. And so thank you for offering continuing education like that. I know I want to get to some of the questions, but I actually want to touch base on that. One of the things that's kind of cool about your group that I noticed that is different than some of the others is that you allow people to come a part of if you go to her website, you will see that you can go on, you can become a distributor, you can become a nail artist, you can be a presenter through your company. And one of the things that I thought was kind of cool is that you offer that level up training, and you offer it with top nail artists in the industry. That means that they're current in the industry. They know the products that are out there. And so the education that they can get from you is the top level education. And that you kind of set it up as like a nail competition for them to apply to do this. And so not only do you get the fun of, maybe being a part of that company and that education, but to set it up like a competition where it's on a point system and you get to learn from that. Like just trying to apply to be a part of yours is an educational process. And it's amazing that you do it like that. So how did you get these people, and how did you get them to come together and work together as a team?
Right, so we start, if you know our company's full name, it's called MissU Network, Beauty Network. So the network is the most important word, even we don't put it on the product. So the idea is, because I've been on my own before, and I know how hard to, like I was searching different things, how do I start teaching? I literally, like at that time, there's not many private academy, so I was literally searching everywhere, how can I teach? And all the college I go, they said you have to have 5 years experience, and you have to have this, have to have that. So it's just, I know how difficult if people like me now say I want to start teaching, I want to start selling products. So I thought, okay, we could give like people advice and put them in the right direction instead of wasting the time. We actually got one educator just applied. She only been doing nails 1 year, but she's amazing. So things like that. I don't want people to have like a set life and you can't teach because you only been doing 1 year, but maybe she's been doing nails every day 1 year rather than just 1 day a week for 10 years. So that's 10 years doesn't mean anything. So we thought, okay, we want to create our own educator team, find these talented people around the UK. And also, because our academy business is growing, we do need people to more educate to cover different areas. So we started just put advertising out, say if being educated is something you want to do, and you send us your work and have a chat with us, and try our products if you're happy, and you can come in for the educator training. So in our educator training obviously includes like how you teach and the micro teach and everything. So that little competition is actually happened one of our educator training. So we said, okay, for this training, we have the first project is set up a little competition in our training group. So everybody can be the judge. You can't enter, but you can be the judge. So we're getting everybody interested in the group. And when they send us an email, we put them together just as numbers. So all the educators, they don't know who entered. And so they just pick 1, 2, 3, no number. And then we had our top 3. And then the top 3 have a second competition. And then very lucky we had a Gemma Lambert to pick the winner for us. So that was good fun to get everybody together. And the educator will know like get involved into it. So yeah, again, such a networking. So we had fun. We should do it again.
Yes, I like the idea of that. It's almost, I kind of want to tell my clients I think that rule of 3 is a good thing too. Like go to 3 nail techs and get your nails done. And whichever one fits you in personality, in the speed, in the quality that you want, in the art that you want, then pick that nail tech. Not, it's like anything in life, like hit 3 restaurants. Which one's going to be your favorite? So I don't know what you just said, what I thought was.
You have to go out dating and then find the right one.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so true. I love it. Danny says we are family, and yes, in this group, I love it. I love that internationally we can all come together and become sisters and become family in this industry. And like what you've done, build up a team of support around you as well, like they are there today, but also be able to support, bigger than our. I always say that I am living bigger than who I am. And so being able to surround myself with all of these other people that are positive and like-minded, I get to be a part of a bigger network and a bigger family. Hello, Anita, Brenda. Oh my goodness, we have so many people in here. In Japan, they don't do tips at all, she says.
I wondered, in Japan, do they still do acrylic nails? Because I know in China, we don't do any acrylic at all because the smell. And Chinese people didn't like any smell at all. So probably 5 or 6 years ago, they stopped completely in the whole country, don't do acrylic nails. So I wonder what it's like in other Asian country.
Yeah. And when you and I were doing a pre-live and we were talking about this, it was interesting because I wanted to know about some of your products because you advertise that some of them are 5-free, non-toxic, and you kind of you actually taught me something today because I know about the ingredients. Oh, we're back.
It's been breaking. Hanam. Hanam. You froze on
Are you back?
Oh no.
Are you there?
I'm still here, but I can't really see you. I can hear you.
Oh no. We must have had some sort of a glitch in there.
That's fine. I can hear you. It's just you're not moving.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Hannah, you from another phone. It's just on my phone is froze. It's a little bit.
Well, everybody just know that if for some reason we do lose connection, because sometimes that does happen, we'll just come back on. And so don't think that that's just the end. It won't be the end. Let's see. I forgot what we were talking about, so I'm just going to continue on with some questions
here. Go
on. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I love the interaction we have today. So many comments and questions, and I know that after this, you and I can go back on and we can answer more questions in detail. And just know that we will get to everybody that's on here. So if we missed your question, we apologize for that. I know what we were talking about. We were talking about the difference in products, and you taught me that from countries to countries, we believe in different things. And one of the things about growing up in China is that they're very health conscious and very good about wearing the masks and the gloves and protecting themselves. And with the products that you said, even when you're pregnant, you don't cut your hair, you don't change anything, you don't wear nails, anything. And so you've had to kind of create some of these products to tie into that are, like you call it, 5-free, non-toxic, and you have other things in some of your products that you can help prove that this is a healthier alternative. And so is it because of your culture that you kind of had to veer towards that as well, and then you saw some where we could have some changes? What a part of it did you become passionate about?
Yeah. No. Oh, am I lost again? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so in China, like you said, people are very constant, thinking about, is this going to damage my nail? They don't even like you buff the nails. So that's how bad it is. And especially if someone pregnant, like they won't have their nails painted or have a hair colored. So this kind of healthy question, or the products has to be designed. A lot of good products has to be designed suitable for even people pregnant. That's a big selling in China. That's another reason nobody doing acrylic nails anymore, because the smell. And we know that if it's the MMA, basically bad for your health and then bad for your nails. But even the products without MMA still have a bit of smell. And the Chinese people can't accept that. So that's why everybody using the gel, and the gel polish is the most popular nail products in China. Not many people have long nails either. They all have the natural short nails and just the gel manicure painted. So that's why when we promote our gel polish, we are very confident it's a very good product, high pigmented, and it's not going to damage your nails, and there's no smell. And also another thing about our food sculpting gel, there's another thing Chinese people can't stand, is the burn.
Yes.
I think it's not just Chinese people, nobody wants that burning thing. So that's a reason why our cool sculpting gel is very popular, because we are very confident that there's zero heating with the cool sculpting gel. And so it is like a little bit culture behind the products as well. That's where I come from, so that's where I'm looking into when I bring out the product. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I still can't really see your picture and still feel I can't
Oh,
hear,
no.
your voice is so weird.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I think
Technology.
it's my phone, because it works perfect on Gary's phone. So I'm just kind of looking.
Yeah. Here, I'll look away like that too, so it can just look like we're both in the same place. Speaking of products, so in our group, it comes up a lot, like what's the best gel? And MissU's been coming up a lot because you don't have that heat spike in your gel. Another thing that gets talked about a lot, and I know Danny talks about this a lot, is the gloss that you have in your top coat. It is, I guess it's superior to the other companies. And so it's nice that interesting that you've become a nail tech. You get in it for one reason, you get your marketing degree, you get all of this, and you have fabulous products. So it's like, I hope that you can look back at your country and say, I'm a master, I did all of this and I am today, and kind of get a gloat about that. But one of the things that's kind of new that I think is exciting is 4D gel. You also offer that. And so how do you know what's going to be trendy and what products you should make and stuff?
So for the 4D gel, we actually had the 4D gel color to start with. So we had 10 colors for the collection one, and then we brought out Glam Susie's collection, 5 colors, and we had another 10 colors collection too. So we have 25 colors. And then we get a lot of people asking, can you use the 4D gel, the color one, and to extend the whole nail? We never thought that, because we thought, oh no, it's only a small part. It's for 3D nail art. You're using for building the 3D nails, not for building the whole nail. But you know, the when the polygel came out, and so a lot of people, more people asking, can you use the 4D gel to extend, because it just looks like the polygel. So I said, okay, we are not going to make a polygel, because obviously the trademark, that's their product, but we can work based on our existing 4D gel. Because we actually tried to use our colored 4D gel to do the cotton design, extend the nail, it works. All we need is a different color and a bigger part, because if you're building a whole nail, you're going to use more products. So then we're working on different clear and nude colors for using the extension. So the 4D gel is not a new product to MissU. It's already one of our best-selling products, because for people who want to try 3D design but they can't master the acrylic 3D design, the drying time with acrylic is quite fast. People like to using the 4D gel to create a 3D design. So our 4D sculpting gel is based on our 4D color gel. So it's not exactly a new product, but it is new color and in the new packaging. But it also is non-heat and very hard wearing as well. So for people who used to the padding feeling from the acrylic but didn't like the smell of the acrylic, the 4D gel can be new products to using the salon.
I love that you're taking the input though from nail techs that are using your product, and you really are listening and you're creating products around what they're asking for. That once again, you're just up on another level that I think is amazing for our industry. I wish that I wish like more people would kind of listen to us techs and say, hey, we want to try this, and you do. So thank you
Yeah.
for that.
I mean, yeah, our whole brand, all the products, we said we create the products is based on the nail artist, because they are the one knows what color and or what products they want. Even other products will test it in the shop. Some products will actually have to change, like I say, so many times of the sample, because how I want it to be, maybe it's not the same, and the color might be little different. And there's another thing is with because we're selling internationally, and the temperature sometimes can affect the products. For example, the 4D gel. For in the UK, the 4D gel first time they came out, it's rock hard, because it's freezing in the UK. And then when we're sending to America, and then everybody say, oh, this is a very good consistency because it's really hot in America. So we have to do things like that to mix between the consistency and the color to suitable for different countries. So we're still learning. Yeah. We're a very young company, but the good thing about us, we listen. We actually listen to the customers' needs, like what they want, what color they want, and if you notice, if you use our gel polish, you'll notice a lot of collections were named after our educators or the person who's working with us, because they have some ideas, and then they say, okay, Helen, have you got these colors, because obviously this is in the trend this year, and you need more of this color. So we actually listen to people telling us we're not the company saying, no, we're the boss, we make whatever we want. No, but we listen to we listen to the customer.
Yes, no, that's wonderful. That's what sets you apart from everybody else, and I love that. If you go to your website, you can actually see that you tie your personality into that, because even in your packaging, your website, you can see the color, you can see the happiness behind it, and so you can tell that you're passionate about it, not just putting a generic, label on that.
Yeah.
Holly wants to know, what do y'all recommend in acrylic lines?
Sorry, do I being the color, or what color do I recommend, or?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. So Holly, if you want to ask a little bit more detail on that, I'm wondering if you're meaning like the companies. Um, Gosh, I can't recommend just one. I've tried many, and there's things that I like about each one.
It
And I
depends.
don't ever feel that you need to be exclusive. I think you really do need to try, just like what we were talking about earlier, we need to try three so that we can figure it out, even if it's with dating.
Yeah, we have so we have different acrylic colors, and we do have the cold color as well. And so if you just want to for building the nails, you can try our 100-gram cone color. If you want more for nail art, you can try the color line. So Darren's just passed me this. So these are the 30-gram ones. So these are the for like a nail art. But if you're looking for the color for building up the nails, you want to looking for the one, the 100-gram one. So I hope I answered the question. I can't really read the message because they don't really pop out on my screen anymore.
Yeah. Well, and I can say we had a comment that the volume on your end is lower as well. So I think we're having more technical difficulties a little bit more, but obviously people can still hear you because they're still answering questions. And Holly did say both color and builders, and so you were able to answer that question. And so likewise, if we've missed any questions, we will go back through this and then we'll answer the questions for you guys. And also, just in about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, we're going to have a giveaway so that you guys can even try these products for yourself. Yay! So exciting.
Yeah, we've been doing another giveaway today, me and Gemma, the live call back one. If you watched that was a funny one. It was on our Facebook page, MissU Beauty Facebook page, and we let people send the mobile number to our inbox, and we randomly pick one, and then we'll ring them back. If they answer the phone, they can win the prize. And that was funny. And Gemma just said, "Hello, can I order some pizza, please?" But we'll do that more. I think it's a good fun.
Yes. Oh, and you know what? Our industry is very fun. Sometimes we take it a little bit too serious, and I think we forget that this is very creative. We are artists, and the people that we get to meet are all unique. And I don't know, I think we forget to have the fun side of it as well.
Right. So
Speaking
it's breaking
Oh,
down.
speaking of fun, this has been a huge, huge, big year for you. You have new products. In April, you launched a new website. I don't know how you balance everything. You're a mom of what, a 4-year-old, I believe?
4-year-old, yeah.
Balancing all of this and all of the travel that you do, I don't know how you do it. I mean, so do you do this all yourself, or do you have a team that works with you that you kind of delegate things out?
See, I'm very lucky to meet my business partner, Gareth. Uh, like I said, I can never do this myself. You know, like I'm a Chinese girl in UK. I'm a mom. I'm a new technician. I got business mind, but I need someone help me to make everything happen as well. And so yes, I'm very lucky to have all my team. And I just saw Tony pop out. Hi, Tony. um,
Hi.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. Just based on myself, I can't do everything. It's a networking. It's all the team, and we're having. Well, to start with, it's only me and Gareth doing it, and we had our hairdresser Gemma starting working with us, and now how many staff we have now?
Denise.
Ooh,
Six. The
yeah,
six of
so
us.
we have another 6 girls joined our office team. That's just office team. And obviously we have our educators and distributors, presenters. So it's still growing. Yeah, without them, the company won't grow. So sometimes I know that is you have to let it go. You can't do everything yourself, and you can
Yeah.
only let everybody help you to grow the business bigger.
Yes. And I think we forget too that when we're techs, I mean, I truly believe in the heart of each of us that our goal once we become a tech is to be a business owner. And and I've been able to accomplish that and very successful for many years. And a lot of people, are, but some people are too scared. They don't even know where to start. And, I can say that you can be a powerhouse within yourself, all that you want to be, but you're actually more successful and more able to grow when you do bring in a team of people and everybody finds their role. So whether you're in a big business like what you're doing and we all wear these different hats, or even in your own salon, even if you only have 3 people, one might be better. Their strength might be, structure and scheduling, and so maybe that person needs to be in charge of ordering the products and stuff. One of them might be more artistic, and maybe they're in charge of finding out what a new design is for the salon. And then one of them might be better in the social media, and maybe they can do the advertising. And so finding and discovering those strengths and working your team within those strengths, everybody in that team will grow, and for one common goal, which is, in the nail industry, and to make money and be, successful. And so I love that whether you're really little in this industry or huge like what you are, it takes that team and trusting the other people and bringing everybody to get work together. I know Danny just added more admin and moderators, and some of them I have not had a chance to meet yet because that just happened in the last couple of days. But Danny, as well as building a team for this networking group, which has been amazing. And you guys have seen how fast it's grown just in a year. And so we're working on it. And, and it takes time to build the right team and to get the right people in the right positions. And boy, you're doing a great job. Danny's doing a great job. Like, this industry is amazing, and it's worth it. Build your teams.
Yeah. I think most of the time it's like you have to trust people as well. Even you trust the wrong person before, you still have to carry on trust new people, because otherwise you just stop there, not improve anything. We had like a bad experience with hiring different staff, but you got to look the positive side. So yeah, you have to, if you want to grow, you have to let people help you.
Yes, it's so true. And it's hard. It's hard to do that because I'm a person that I want to know every aspect of my business. I want to know the financial end, but that's not my strength. I need an accountant for that. I want to know the social media side. I'm kind of forcing myself to be out more in social media, like with Tech Talks and stuff, but it's taken a whole group of people to teach me how to do this.
I know, it's because before, personally, I reply all the emails, and then Facebook, we have like 3 different pages, and Instagram, we have 4 different accounts, and the Snapchat, and then one day I just said, I can't do it anymore because I literally can sit there for 3 or 4 hours just constantly reply people's messages. So that's the point, you can't just answer all the questions, reply all the message. So you got to have people to help you. Yeah, but now like office team to get back to each other, ring everyone. If you got problems with products or the cost or anything, we want to.
Yeah. Another thing that we find too is that, we need to focus. We need to hone it in and focus and master one thing at a time. And so some of us that even in social media, if you talk about all these different pages and all these different sites that we have, if you're not going to specialize and keep one as your main, you're kind of just wasting a lot of time. You're never going to be 100% in the one area to where you can just really build your brand, and you're just constantly, just being average. You're not rising I don't want to say rising above, but you're not being able to get seen out there if you're not given 100% into one area. And so we were talking about that actually last night in the group. That was a big topic of how do you get active on your Twitter, your Pinterest, your website, your Instagram, your Facebook, and some of them that are really professional and high up in our industry is like, you know what, I just have one. They focus in on one. And so find which one works best for you and gets you passionate. Sometimes it's Instagram, sometimes it's Facebook, and just master the one before you can bring in more, unless you have a team. Then every member from your team can go in and master each thing. So trying to do it all sometimes just does not work.
I know. You just can't. Basically, you can't respond for everyone, because we do get like a message sometimes say nobody answer me, nobody reply me, but we're not really ignoring anything. It's basically we literally missed the message.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
so true, so
that's
true.
of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So Danny says that she loves sculpting with her cool gel. And then Annika says, what's the best way to get into competitions? How do you go about it? And how do you start building a team? Um, actually, I was talking to Helen in our pre-live about competitions. And, I thought, you think about, you've had a salon, you think about how successful you are. I was confident that you have been in so many competitions, and you actually shared with me that you haven't. And so I like your story. Do you want to share your story with that?
Yeah. Um, I mean, for competition is for when I start doing nails, you want to some sort of way to get out of there to let people, everybody know you, and but to me, maybe everyone thinks different way. Um, it's for me, it's which one is more important. I want to probably make more money is more important for me. And that time I didn't know where to go. I thought, okay, going for competition is the way to get out there. People know me, and I can maybe do more nails. I can sell products. Um, but unluckily, the first time trying to enter after the training with Gemma Lambert, and the first year, and the system, the online booking system is not. I think they have some technical problem. So a few people saying they can't actually submit the application. So I couldn't, and I tried to ring them. They said they don't take the application by phone. I have to do it online. And so I missed that chance because I just couldn't do it from that website. So the next year I tried to enter again, and I booked the training with Gemma Lambert again. And then I found out I was pregnant. So by the time if I'm going to the competition, I'll be 9 months pregnant. So there's no way I can sit there and doing competition with 9 months belly there. So yeah, so that's it that stopped me. And we had a baby and we got so much coming up, and I had about 1 month maternity leave and back to work, and I obviously lost a customer. I'm trying to build up my salon business back again. So I thought, okay, if I don't have time to go for competition, what if I did competition? What's the next step I'm gonna do after competition if I want something? So obviously, if I want something, the next step I want to bring out my products, the teaching, and make more money on selling products. So I'm thinking, why can I not just do it without going to competition? Why can I not just go start teaching and bring out the products? So maybe for competition, and personally, I can't take the pressure of the competition type. So if I do enter the competition, I might do the box nail art one, so I can send it. I don't know. It just I always have a nightmare about doing an exam, and I forgot some questions, so I'm very I can't handle the pressure in that way. So maybe for competition is not everybody's cup of tea. If it's super for you, if it's good for you, and if you like the feeling about is it me winning, is it me winning, that's good for you, and the path you're going to the next step. Like if you won the competition, what's the next step you're going to do? If you clear that, that's fine. It's just for me, maybe the time is a bit difficult for me with pregnant, and also I can't really take the pressure when people watch me doing nails and then mark me. So maybe competition is not suitable for me, but if you think that's suitable for you, maybe Amy can give you more advice because Amy entered the competition before. And so personally, I
Yeah.
didn't really enter it.
Yeah. So in the beginning when I was competing, now that's dating me because this is in the 90s and competitions in the United States were huge. And so we could compete all the time. I mean, it seemed like there was competitions and they weren't big ones like always in Vegas. They had them like in smaller towns as well. And so you could compete and get a certificate, meet other nail techs, and social media wasn't around, so it wasn't like we could network any other way. And Annika mentioned how do you build your team? Well, I actually kind of built my team through the competitions. I would network with some of the other techs, and then going to the competition, there's a trade show with that. And so I would meet and get to know some of the industry leaders out there with their products. And then you kind of team up that way. So for me, my team kind of came naturally, I guess. I didn't go out seeking a team. I can say if I was to go back, so I quit competing because I had kids and I decided that I needed money and competing costs a lot of money with travel and all of that. And so I decided that I was going to concentrate more on making money in the salon and raising a family. Well, now all these years go by and my kids are my son's in college, my daughter's a senior in high school, and so I have the opportunity with time and better finances to be able to start doing this again. And you know what? Competition isn't where I want to be. I want to be on the salon side, the business side of it, I guess. I want to help people be successful in the business side because you can be successful in this industry and have your name known and have your products out there without competing. Both of us are, kind of proof of that. And so, competing is fun. We kind of feel like that we'll be at the top of our game if we're in a magazine. We'll be on the top of our game if we're competing, and you learn a lot through competition. I would just say, if you're trying to build a team or you're trying to go, just go. Sign up and just go. And then when you're there, you're going to pick up little things along the way, like, okay, I should have done this. I'm going to try this. And then when you meet with the judges afterwards and they go through the point sheet and they help, teach you where you can improve, that is the best information right there, and getting to meet some of the other the lifelong techs. So one of the things that I was talking to, so I did a live with John Hawk. It's been a week or two ago. And John, obviously he gave up the salon side of it to just go and compete. And he's competed with many companies. So the companies actually brought him a part of the team and gave him product and said, practice, 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 practice. And that was all he did so that he can go and compete. And no wonder he won so much, because his focus was only on competition. It wasn't, so much about selling the product, because there was a team for that. It wasn't, his focus was truly just the nail competition side of it. And so it depends where you want to be in the industry for competing. Do you want to go for the experience? Is your goal to win? Do you feel that you're not going to be the best tech if you have not won? Because that's a hard dream to chase when people are being paid specifically to do these competitions with the top products. And so just try it and create a team. It might even be the girls in your own salon could be your team. You don't have to, team up with a product line. But Helen, with that being said, you have lots of people like Tony and stuff that do compete with your product line. And so did you ask them to do that, or did they just say, hey, I really like this product and I'm going to compete with it?
I think most time is people are already using our products, and they are actually going to competition, and we probably found out after they've been using our products. Because personally, I've never entered into this competition area, so I wouldn't know many people. But one of our educator, Layla, she's popping out.
Yes.
Yeah, she entered a lot of competition. So probably most of people she introduced to us. So we met a lot of lovely people on the Olympia London show. So it is a good way if you purely just want to have the experience and then know, meeting more lovely people. And then, like you said, when George tell you the points and they give you advice, you know a lot. So I think for me, if I'm into a competition, I'll be purely, I just want to have this experience. But for the products, it's kind of like a surprise. People using our products for the competition. And if people want to say, okay, we want to build up a MissU team, actually we're working on that. We said we should build up a MissU team, go on a competition. But I do need someone help, because I don't have experience, so maybe Layla can tell us.
Oh, Helen, once again, you're just a shining star. So many times it's so different. And I'm serious when I say this, because so many times when I talk to product companies, they seek out somebody in the industry and they want their product to be award winning. They want to be at every competition. They want that. And you just said, I didn't even know that people were using our products. You've not done that. You've not set out to say, I have to be the award-winning product. You set out for the quality side of it. And now it is becoming award-winning, but not because you paid somebody to do that. And so once again, I'm just blown away that you're real and your company is just so focused on the actual tech and not so much the industry side of it. Does that
Mm.
make sense? And
Yeah.
so I applaud you again for just being real and being true to who you are.
Oh, thank
Okay, so
you.
it's been over an hour. I'm sorry, I
Oh
didn't even
God.
pay attention to the clock. You have me so inspired. Like I can't wait. I work all day today, and I can't wait to get working because I'm totally excited. But we have a giveaway to do,
Yes,
and
yes.
so yeah,
The
go ahead and talk
objective. Yeah.
about how we're gonna do it.
So we do have for all the members in this group. I already gave Danny a discount code, and she can maybe tell you later. It's a NTM family. So everybody in the group can have the 10% off discount from website. But and now we're gonna give a £20 voucher, so you can just use that voucher to shopping on the MissU website. If you've never tried MissU products before, and then maybe this a little Christmas gift from us. Right, so if everybody can type, I'm gonna actually look on Gary's phone because my phone is kind of stuck. So if you just type miss, right, and I'm gonna comment to you. So the comment above my comment is gonna win the voucher. I can see
We're already
people,
getting misses.
yeah, I can see people start typing. And another thing is because the internet, with the internet speeds, all the comments come out in different order. So it's gonna be the one I can see. It's gonna be the one above from my screen. So I type to you. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, send. Okay, I think
Who is it? Who is it?
it's Jessica. Above
Oh,
mine,
awesome.
it's Jessica. See, Gary, see if you can take a photo, because on Gary's
That's
phone is
different.
different. Yeah, if you take a picture and send to the group.
So Jessica is one of the admin members of our group, and she's in Australia, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning there. She
Oh
stayed
my
up to
God!
be able to.
Right,
Yes.
if I just, Gary's gonna take a picture, and you can see.
Sorry, it's not the best picture in the world. I think.
because your picture just constantly froze there, so he's gonna send a picture.
You're gonna
That's
love
how
this.
you're gonna love it, Amy.
I can handle it.
That's how I can see it the whole time.
Oh no. Oh, so Jessica, congratulations. Thanks for staying up so late. She goes, this mama is going to be tired for school drop off.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know if we
post a
can.
picture.
I don't think we can post a picture, but we can post it after the live.
Okay.
Thanks for
Yes,
staying
that
with
sounds great.
us. Yeah, just message
Yes.
us, and we'll send you the code. You can shop it.
Yes.
Yes.
So Helen, thank you so much for being real and showing us a side of the industry that just lets us know that the products and the people that are making these products, they're listening to us techs, and that it takes us techs reaching out to you and saying, you know what, I really want to try this, or I suggest this, or I don't like this, or I need help with this, and that your company is one of those that we can call. And I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your time and your funness. And you guys, if you guys have not watched any of her YouTube videos, do it, because their energy and the fun. And I mean, she's brave enough to even put her own haircut in a live to show that she has chopped off her hair. And my favorite is the end when you're just, doing this with your hair and you can see all the colors. Your personality is infectious, and I appreciate that you spent this time to kind of
Thanks.
touch base. Yes, to debate. So next week, I don't have a tech talk. It actually kind of got rescheduled. And so I can say that I have Max with Eno Couture coming on live with me in a couple weeks, which I'm so excited about that. And if you have not seen any of these tech talks and you want to see more, you can go at the top of our group page. You can hit search, type in Tech Talk Amy Masters, and it will come up with all the tech talks that we've done, or even our pop-up lives like Becky and I did yesterday. So thank you guys so much. We will answer any of the questions in the comments. And even on replay, we will continue to answer any questions that you have. So Helen, thanks again for joining me live. I appreciate it so.
Lovely to
And
talk
thank
to
you,
you.
support team. I said thank you to your support team.
Oh, I should see you soon sometime.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.